Hey everybody, welcome back to Spirit and Truth Yoga, the place where you can bring God onto your mat. And today we are doing the second part of our breath class. We're going to be learning about life-giving breath. We're going to be learning some new breath techniques that we can learn through yoga. Yoga is a fantastic way to learn about how to increase your capacity of enriching breath, of life-giving breath. And we all know that God gives us breath. He gives us life, and we can tie those things together today on our mat. So join me on your mat and let's get going. So as we start part 2 of this breath class, we're going to bring in what we learned for the diaphragmatic and belly breathing that we learned last time. That's where we breathe deeply, filling our bellies, feeling them expand. And so we're going to start in child's pose and work on that. Knees together child's pose will allow you to really feel your bellies push up against your legs, allowing you to feel that contact. So come into a comfortable knees together child's pose. And I wanted to introduce our scripture today. Our theme scripture is Job 33 verse 4, which is, "The Spirit of God has made me. The breath of the Almighty gives me life." Really meditating on that as we come and settle into child's pose. The Spirit of God has made me. The breath of the Almighty gives me life. Just settling in here, connecting with that life-giving breath. Connecting with the concept that God gives you life, that God gives you breath, that He made you. Coming into just an easy, natural breath here to start with. Coming to stillness on your mat before you try to work on your breath. Maybe mentally boxing something up, putting it away, setting it aside or saving it for later. Letting something go out of your mind, mentally unplugging, turning off your phone, your computer, maybe what is drawing your attention. Maybe setting some intention for yourself, or an intention between you and God on your mat as you focus on that life-giving breath. The breath that God gives you, that gives you life. As you're becoming more present on your mat, beginning to deepen that belly breathing, feeling that inhale as your belly expands, pushing against your legs. Deepening that breath, trying to match the length of each inhale and exhale through your nose. If possible, cutting off mouth breathing. Allowing your breath to bring you to stillness. Allowing with each inhale, filling your body with life. And each exhale, just releasing any worries, stress, things that are ahead of you or behind you that are weighing you down or causing anxiety. God who gives you life and breath. See if you can deepen a little bit further. Really feeling that pressure build between your belly, your diaphragm, and your legs. When you're ready, let's come up into a tabletop pose. Finding a little movement in our warm-up as we come into cat-cow. First, coming into table, nice flat back, long line from the crown of the head to the tailbone, pulling shoulders away from ears, pressing tops of feet into the mat, spreading hands wide, pressing evenly between palms and fingers into the mat. Maybe filling the belly here, feeling the difference between belly breathing, lots of space, movement and gravity working together. On your next inhale, lifting chin and tailbone, climbing into cow pose, forming almost a bowl with your back, filling it with breath. And with an exhale, arching the back, coming into cat, almost like you're wringing out a towel. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling to cat. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling. Squeezing every last breath out. Inhaling cow. Exhaling cat. Do a few rounds of that, just moving with your breath. Maybe finding a little bit more length in your breath. The breath of the Almighty gives you life. More rounds and we'll meet in tabletop pose. Taking pause in table, finding length in spine, drawing shoulders away from ears, welcoming your breath here into stillness. When you're ready, let's come into an easy seated pose. We're going to work on our 3-part breath again that we learned last time. You might want a blanket or block if you have it. Just set yourself up if you want your hips to be a little bit more open. Might make it easier for the lower abdomen to fill with air. Resting your eyes closed, bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your chest. Drawing shoulders down, sliding those shoulder blades down your back. Connecting just with a natural breath here first. Lifting through the crown of the head. Bringing awareness into the first part, that belly breathing. As the air draws straight down through our chest into our abdomen, filling that lower part of our abdomen with air. As we inhale, the belly fills, expands. Exhale, it contracts. Next, bringing in the chest part of our our belly is full, the air flows up towards our chest, next filling that top, almost like a vase filling the bottom. The water level rises. Finding your comfort, playing around with that 3-part breath here. Maybe it might be shorter as you become more comfortable filling all 3 parts. Next, slide your palm a little bit up your chest so that your thumb and your pointer fingers are resting on those bones, your clavicle here, your collarbones, so that you can feel the last part of your chest lift as it tops off with air. First, with an inhale, your belly lifts, your rib cage lifts, your sternum. It's just a subtle lift. Those bones are fixated. They're not going to move too much. Taking a moment just to play around with that. The beauty of 3-part breath is it really increases our lung capacity, increases the amount of oxygen in our bodies, which in turn helps us with anxiety, grounding. As we practice this 3-part breath, we're going to practice the mantra of inhale, I calm my body, and breathing out, I smile. It's a quote from Han. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. There's so many health benefits to smiling, even if it's just conscious, deliberate smiling. Helps increase serotonin and dopamine in the body, reducing stress, improving mood. Even just choosing deliberately to smile brings us life. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. And practice smiling to yourself. Encourage those happy hormones to get flowing as your oxygen is getting flowing. It feels silly for all of us, but it really does work, bringing us life that God gives us through breath, through blessings. Breathing in, I calm my body, and breathing out, I smile. Continue as you're practicing your 3-part breath and smiling to reach through the crown of the head. Inhaling, I calm my body. Exhaling, I smile. Releasing hands to knees, leaving eyes closed. Coming back to a natural breath, just taking a moment to evaluate the subtle or significant change that you notice in your body and your mind and your breath. Isaiah 42 verse 5. This is what God, the Lord, says, the creator of the heavens, who gives breath to its people and life to those who walk on it, to open the eyes that are blind, to free captives from prison, and to release from the dungeon those who sit in darkness. Sometimes we can feel so imprisoned, and breath work can really help us shake free of stress and anxiety. And maybe this week, or even at a traffic light, at your desk, at your computer, you can bring some of these breath practices in. We're going to learn 2 more, but right now we're going to get moving. So let's practice a bit of a sun salutation. We're going to keep it moving today. So I'll prompt you, think about a sun salutation and movement in general with yoga is when you're inhaling, you're lifting. When you're exhaling, you're moving. So we're going to move with our exhales. So let's come to the top of our mat. Coming into a standing prayer to start. Prayer. Taking a breath just to center yourself, getting ready to move. On your next inhale, sweeping arms up overhead. Exhaling, fold. Framing your feet, stepping left foot back. Finding your low lunge. On an exhale, stepping back into plank pose. Lowering down, finding your back bend. Coming into downward dog. Breathing in here. Exhaling, stepping left foot forward, finding your low lunge on the opposite side. Exhaling, stepping up to your forward fold. Inhale, exhale, arms up overhead. Inhaling, exhaling, hands to heart center. Doing it again. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Frame the feet, stepping back, left foot, back into a low lunge or a high lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, stepping back into plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way down. Or coming into up dog, you can find Sphinx or Cobra. Inhale here. Exhale, coming to downward dog. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale on the exhale, stepping left foot forward. Finding your lunge on the opposite side, taking the same lunge that you did. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, and on that exhale, stepping up into your forward fold. And on an inhale, rising up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. One more round. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, fold. Stepping left foot back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, coming to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lowering down. Finding your back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, and on the exhale, stepping left foot forward, finding the same lunge. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, and on the exhale, stepping into the forward fold. Forward fold. Inhale, rising arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath. Breathe deeply, grounding yourself. Exhale, hands to standing mountain pose. Beautiful, strong mountain. Bringing a charge and strength rooted through your feet. Bringing tension to your hands, to your arms, your back. So much so that I wouldn't be able to push you off of your mat even if your eyes were closed. Taking a second here relaxing all that strength. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Alright, let's learn one more breath practice. Coming back into a seated pose, you can sit on your heels for diamond pose, you can sit in easy pose, or a chair, whatever's most comfortable for you. We're going to learn something called alternate nostril breathing. So you're going to open and close one side of the nostril. And this is really great for engaging the mind. It's really revitalizing for your mind, your body, and helps you to slow down your mind, to focus, to wake up maybe if you're tired, and to bring a lot of mindfulness and relaxation. So the first thing that we're going to do is get our pointer finger and our middle finger, like peace signs. I want you to rest them on your forehead, just between your eyelids, between your eyebrows. And what we're going to do is inhale and exhale through one nostril at a time. So you're going to use your ring finger and your thumb to open and close your nostrils. So resting your pointer and your middle finger on your forehead between your eyebrows. Bring your thumb to close your right nostril. So I'm using my right hand, resting fingers between eyebrows, using my thumb to close my right nostril. You will inhale and exhale exclusively through your left nostril if your right nostril is closed. So let's inhale here, exhale here. Inhale here, exhale here. Okay, you got that? Pointer, middle finger at the forehead, thumb closing nostril. Okay, open your thumb, close your left nostril with your ring finger. Close your eyes or leave them open, it's up to you. Inhaling through the right nostril. Inhale here, exhale here. Inhaling through right nostril. Exhaling through right nostril. Maybe noticing one might be more open than the other. My left nostril is like chronically pretty tight. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to switch on the inhale. We're going to switch our fingers. Okay, so let's start back at the thumb. Use your thumb to close your right nostril. Inhale through your left nostril. Close, open the thumb, exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Close thumb, open ring finger, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close ring finger, open thumb, exhale. Inhale. Close thumb, exhale, left nostril. Inhale, left nostril. Close, open thumb. Inhaling. Close thumb, open ring finger, exhale. Inhale. Close ring finger, exhale. Inhale. Close thumb, exhale. Inhale. Close ring finger, exhale. Inhale. Closed thumb. Exhale. Inhale. Close ring finger. Open thumb. Exhale. Inhale. Close thumb. Exhale. Inhale deeply for the last round. Close ring finger, open thumb, exhale. Leaving eyes closed, bring palms to rest on your lap. Noticing any changes, noticing maybe the alertness in your mind, the stillness of your mind, maybe the openness of your nose, the freshness of the air, taking it all in. Acts 17:25, he is not served by human hands as if he needs anything. Rather, he himself gives everyone life and breath and everything else. Feeling that wonderful provision of air. Something that we don't even notice most days, just the simplicity of breath. Life-giving breath. All right, let's come into a downward dog. Get moving again. Maybe walking it out, bringing some movement, maybe doing some ankle circles. If you were sitting on your ankles like me, they want to be thanked. Pedaling out those feet. Bringing your breath in here. Don't stop breathing just because you start moving. Walking, stepping or hopping to the front of your mat into a forward fold. I'm going to do 2 more rounds of sun salutation. On an inhale, sweeping arms up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, fold. Framing the feet, stepping the left foot back into a lunge, lower, high, up to you. Inhaling here, exhaling here. Inhaling, exhaling, stepping back to plank. Exhaling, lowering down, finding your back bend. Exhaling to downward dog. Inhaling here, exhaling here, inhaling here, and on the exhale, stepping left foot forward, finding the same lunge on the opposite side. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, stepping forward to our forward fold. On an inhale, raising arms up. Exhaling, hands to heart. 1 more round. Inhaling, raising arms up. Exhaling, fold. You can follow me. You can move with your breath. Stepping back into that low lunge. Left foot back. Lower, high, up to you. Inhaling. On the exhale, we move. Finding plank pose. Inhaling, exhaling, moving down, inhaling, lifting up to your back bend, exhaling, moving to downward dog, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, Exhaling, left foot forward, finding your lunge. Centering yourself for one extra breath here. On an exhale, stepping forward into a forward fold. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Releasing hands to mountain pose. Bringing a still charge of energy through the body. Nice strong mountain. Feeling that deep breath. Channeling through here. Shifting your weight into your right foot. You're going to come into stork pose. On an inhale, lifting arms up overhead. And lifting left knee to a 90-degree angle. Flexing the foot. And breathing here. Finding your drishti, your focal point. Mostly connecting with your breath. Breathing deeply. Bringing your breath to help you find stillness of mind. We'll bring stillness of body. Fixing your gaze on that point. Allowing your breath to find stillness. Slowly with control on exhale, bringing hands to heart center, lowering that foot to the mat. Shifting feet out, readying yourself to take stork on the other side. Shifting your weight into the left foot. On an inhale, lifting arms up, beginning to lift that knee, flexing the foot. Allowing your breath to guide you to stillness as you fix your gaze, your mind, your breath. Lowering, hands to heart, lowering, feet, finding a little movement, shaking it out. You're going to come into a squat, so take a stance about 3 feet wide, a little bit further than hips distance, opening those feet, just shy maybe of 40 degrees, 45 degrees. Bringing hands to heart center, lowering down into the squat. If you want to find a little movement, shifting side to side, before, or just settling right into your squat. Bringing that tailbone under you. You can bring hands into your knees, or we haven't done a lot of hip openers today, so like me, your hips might be a little tight. Just rest them on your knees. Just finding beautiful alignment from top to bottom here. And connecting again with that breath, bringing it into this wonderful centering and grounding posture. Grounding yourself maybe in truth. 2 Timothy 3:16 says that all scripture is God-breathed. I love that the Bible came to be just from the breath of God. He breathed it into existence. Maybe meditating on that for a moment. Or finding your own thing to meditate on for a second. As you welcome your breath here, lifting through the crown of the head, lifting through the chest, not hunching. Maybe noticing the difference of your breath between the beginning of this practice and now. for a deeper step into your breath, your lungs, deepening it just a touch further as we finish our squat. Getting ready to find our seat. We're going to come into an inversion. We'll take bridge together, but if you're able to do a shoulder stand, a headstand, or if you have a wall available, you want to do legs at the wall, what you would do is scoot your tailbone as close to the wall as you can, laying on your back and just allowing your legs to go straight up the wall. Really awesome for your low back. But our inversion changes our blood flow, delivering all that oxygen that we brought into our body. So as we do bridge pose, we're going to bring our feet flat to the mat and together, pushing palms in to the mat or interlacing fingers behind your low back. On an inhale, lifting your navel up off the mat, shifting the weight towards your shoulders, really feeling the strength of your pelvic floor and your core muscles here, lifting your body up off the mat. And breathing deeply. Again, as that blood flow shifts, we want to deliver as much oxygen to the brain as your heart is over your head here. Readying yourself for Shavasana. Time to slow down. Come into full mindfulness at the end of our practice. You can stay here, or if you want to come out, that's fine. When you're ready, lowering yourself down to the mat and finding your way to Shavasana. Comfortable on your back, toes falling away from one another, palms up, shoulder blades underneath. If your low back bothers you, maybe try lifting your hips up off the mat and lower back down. See if that helps. And just maybe even sigh. Let all that energy and breath that you created out. We're finding a nice, natural, easy breath here. Continuing in your Shavasana, I'm going to read Ezekiel 37. The hand of the Lord was on me, and he brought me out by the Spirit of the Lord, and set me in the middle of a valley. It was full of bones. He led me back and forth among them, and I saw a great many bones on the floor of the valley, bones that were very dry. He asked me, Son of man, can these bones live? I said, Sovereign Lord, you alone know. Then he said to me, Prophesy to these bones, and say to them, Dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the Sovereign Lord says to these bones. I will make breath enter you, and you will come to life. I will attach tendons to you, and make flesh come upon you and cover you with skin. I will put breath in you, and you will come to life. You will know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as I was commanded. And as I was prophesying, there was a noise, a rattling sound, and the bones came together bone to bone. I looked, and tendons and flesh appeared on them, and skin covered them, but there was no breath in them. Then he said to me, Prophesy to the breath. Prophesy, Son of man, and say to it, This is what the Sovereign Lord says. Come, breath, from the four winds, and breathe into these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath entered them. They came to life and stood up on their feet, a vast army. Then he said to me, Son of man, these bones are people of Israel. They say, Our bones are dried up, and our hope is gone. we are cut off. Therefore prophesy and say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord says. My people, I am going to open your graves and bring you up from them. I will bring you back to the land of Israel. Then you, my people, will know that I am the Lord. When I open your graves and bring you up from them, I will put my spirit in you, and you will live. I will settle you in your own land. Then you will know that I have spoken, that I have done it, declares the Lord. I will make breath enter you, and you will come to life. Welcoming in that life-giving breath of God, feeling that breath enter you. Take a deep breath, feeling the coolness and freshness of the air, bringing you life. And when you're ready, wiggling fingers and toes, welcoming a little bit of movement. Rolling to one side, taking one more breath and moment. And when you're ready, finding your way up with your eyes closed in a seated position. Connecting again with your breath. We're going to close our practice today learning one more type of breath. It's called the Ujjayi breath, or the victorious breath. It's a noisy breath connecting with the sound of your breath, where you tighten up the back of your throat. So what I want you to do is connect with your breath naturally. Welcome your hand to come in front of your mouth. Taking a deep inhale. Exhale, almost as if you're going to fog up a mirror. So we're going to close our practice today learning one more type of breath. It's called the Ujjayi breath, or the victorious breath. It's a noisy breath where we tighten up the back of the throat. It can really promote heat and awaken your body, awaken your mind. So what we do is taking an inhale, we're going to exhale almost like we're fogging up a mirror. So to start, I'm going to have you breathe out of your mouth. So a deep inhale through the nose. And on an exhale, just like you were going to fog up the bathroom mirror, maybe even placing your hand in front of your mouth. Hearing that noisy sound of fog coming out of your mouth, just like you're going to fog up the mirror. So inhaling through the nose. Exhaling, tightening up the back of the throat, fogging up your hand, feeling the warmth of that breath. So to practice, we're going to do the same motion in the back of our throat, but pushing the air out of our nose. It's a really cleansing sound. It's a really lovely way to bring the noise of breath into your practice if you need to still your mind, setting your mind on something on your mat if you're distracted. So with an inhale, breathing in through your nose. Exhaling through your nose, tightening up the back of the throat. Almost like an ocean sound. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Pause this for you, bring my microphone a little bit closer. Hopefully you can hear me. Breathing in, breathing out. trying to create that wonderful sound of breath. Let's practice that together a couple times. Two more rounds of breath. Placing hands on knees, resting eyelids, coming back to a natural breath, bringing your mind back to your intention. Connecting with your breath and what you've learned on your mat today. Maybe welcoming in those practices into the rest of your life as we learned diaphragmatic breath, 3-part breath, ujjayi breath, and alternate nostril breathing. Realizing that those can enrich your life, enrich your health, maybe bringing those into your workplace or your commute, taking a moment before bedtime, or even starting your special time with God, maybe doing those to help still your mind or let go of stress and strain. Bringing hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today for Spirit and Truth Yoga, the place where we can bring God on our mat. John 4 says that true worshipers must worship in spirit and in truth. And I hope that you learned a little bit more about the truth of God, that He wants to give you life, He wants to give you breath. And I hope that on your mat you learned a few tools to do that, to bring that into your spiritual practice, but also into your daily life, to enrich you with the life-giving breath that God is giving you. If you have any desire to learn more about God's truth, please reach out to me. But until next time, namaste.